On September 20th, 2017, Puerto Rico was hit by Hurricane Maria, a Category 4 hurricane.
Hurricane Maria slamming into the island, and as you heard, one official saying the island is destroyed.
It was reported that after the hurricane, 95% of the island was without power and cell phone service, and less than half the island had access to clean water. In 2018, 73 members of the Accelerated Leadership Program at General Electric worked with NGOs on rehabilitation projects around the island. GE's approach to the rehabilitation was head, hands, and heart. Head covers training and communications, hands involves physical labor, and heart covers social aspects. One of the XLP teams traveled to Yabucoa to work with All Hands and Hearts, a group that provides relief to people affected by natural disasters. 15 GE volunteers, along with 70 All Hands and Hearts volunteers, worked to repair 5 roofs and 22 doors and windows, as well as sanitizing mold in 4 homes.
Well, it definitely puts things into perspective. I mean, XLP gives us a lot. Now it's time to give back. And this is the best way to do it, by connecting with the people. While the focus of this XLP group was rebuilding, they also built a great relationship with the community.
I think that's a blessing. Puerto Rico has been blessed by all of you. You are something else, really. I appreciate it very much.
During Hurricane Maria, many buildings were damaged, including schools.
We're working on cleaning up the gyms and cleaning up the basketball courts, cleaning up around the schools, and also handing out backpacks. The hurricane took out this entire wall of the gymnasium, and the birds have made a home inside. So when we came in, it was covered in bird excrement, and hopefully we'll get this basketball court cleaned up and repainted for them so that they can enjoy it next fall.
To repair these schools, GE partnered with the J.J. Barea Foundation, which betters athletic facilities, education, and children's discipline through basketball. The groups also distributed 550 backpacks filled with school supplies, collected by GE's Affinity Network, to local children and families. This project allowed 3 schools to stay on track for reopening and made students feel welcomed.
I don't speak the language that a lot of people here do. And as we were handing out backpacks and playing basketball with everybody, it made you realize when you're working towards a common goal, when you're working towards a vision, everybody's on the same page, and you can really get a lot done that way.
During a natural disaster, crisis management is essential to reduce potential impacts. Individuals involved in crisis management also need to keep their mental health in mind as they support those in need. A team of 3 XLP members worked with Project Hope, an international healthcare organization, to train 89 community leaders on crisis management and self-care. With hurricane season approaching, this service couldn't have come at a better time.
Training those 90 community workers on crisis management and taking them through the structure of how to manage a crisis so they can be ready for any future crisis is a tripling effect. They will go back to their communities and train 100 people more and 100 people more. So we feel like we've left here with a lot of impact that will be translated all the way down to everybody on the ground in Puerto Rico.
The people of Puerto Rico and the NGOs active on the island have done a heroic job of restoring normalcy. However, there is still work to be done, not just to rebuild, but to build in a better and more resilient way. XLPs delivered critical assessments and 30, 60, and 90-day plans to 2 healthcare networks while working with AmeriCares.
We've been able to understand what their power and communication needs are based on their experiences, what they would want to have, and what they need to have in order to be better prepared to support their community moving forward.
When Hurricane Maria hit, this 80-year-old couple took shelter in their bathroom as they felt the storm tearing off their roof and destroying all of their belongings. Through the help of Camp Iron Horse and volunteers like the GE XLP members, the couple returns inside to see brand new flooring, freshly painted walls, a ceiling over their heads, and thousands of pounds of debris removed from the property.
It's really rewarding for us. We got to meet the couple that lives here. They're really, really grateful for our work, and we're very happy to give back to the community.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you for being part of the Puerto Rico recovery process and the story, and being part of the happy ending for this couple.
It felt like a home again.
Nice.
And as the owners put it, the home was stronger than the one Maria took from us a year ago. The next XLP group focused their efforts at the Hospital Pediátrico Universitario and worked with the hospital's Pediatric Foundation and Fundación CAP, a nonprofit that ensures children with cancer have access to the treatment they need. The GE volunteers helped create an inventory tracking system, sanitized a neonatal ICU that was damaged during Hurricane Maria, and painted lines in a damaged employee parking lot.
Although it seems like it's a simple task, it was incredibly difficult, incredibly challenging, but incredibly rewarding. We've now given the hospital a really easy way to get in and get into their rooms to see their patients, and the value of that is incredible.
We're currently very excited. I cannot stop saying that we're with them. We're great.
Thank you.
With the imaging center, we're very excited.
Down the street from Hospital Pediátrico Universitario, 12 XLP members were working at the Ronald McDonald House. Over time, the walls in the rooms had become stained and damaged, and their operational processes had become outdated and inefficient.
A wonderful team of GA volunteers are helping us doing some murals on each room, and also improving our processes on volunteer check-ins and check-outs.
Team members painted beautiful, inspiring murals in every room and modernized the administrative processes to improve the user experience and cut down on unnecessary manual processes.
We're going to paint murals, these beautiful murals, on about 10 bedrooms. We are a quarter of the way there. We're really excited and really pumped up to make an impact here at the Ronald McDonald House in Puerto Rico.
At the end of the week, all 73 XLP members traveled to Para la Naturaleza to help plant trees that would be used for reforestation purposes.
It will help to bring habitat to migratory birds and resident birds, and also protecting our banks on the river from future storms.
Over 300 trees were planted during this project, and the XLP members also removed trash from the coastal area.
It's going to help keep the soil fresh, and it's going to give the community really that natural space in order to walk around and enjoy nature again in Puerto Rico.
One of the best things we've seen so far in the teams that I've worked in is everyone's got the ability to lead, but not everyone can lead all the time. So it's been a good sort of melting pot for figuring out when to lead and when to follow, which I think is a great skill to develop.
It takes the whole community to help a disaster-affected area recover. We can't do it alone as the federal government. So I'd like to thank General Electric for coming down to Puerto Rico to volunteer. We look forward to future collaboration and partnership and working side by side with our partners.
Working with local foundations, local NGOs, and having this strengthened partnership with corporations like GE, for us is extremely important. And that is going to provide a lot of benefits to the people of Puerto Rico to also put a path forward for a more stronger recovery towards sustainable economic development.